Alright, so this video request comes from one of the hitters, Jay Schultz. I don't know if you want me to use your full name, sir. You said, what do I think about Dana White talking about his retirement from the UFC and so on? So before I get into the article that I did read, I want everybody to remember that when the company was sold to WME-IMG, they gave Dana White a 5-year contract. So I think that says a lot. Either Dana White wanted a 5-year contract, where he's like, hey, I want to just stick around for about 5 more years and then do my own thing, or they told him, we want you to stay the face of the organization while we do a full overhaul, and that's going to take about 3 years, and we want you to stick around, and then we're going to do our own thing at that point. So with that being said, I want to say something else. I don't know if you guys remember. The UFC magazine when the magazine launched. I definitely was a subscriber to that shit. If you go back to the old school magazine, I'm talking about it was within the first 12 issues. Dana White literally said, there's life after the UFC. I want to open up a big ass family restaurant or a family entertainment type of thing, like fucking Knott's Berry Farm or Disneyland or like Chuck E. Cheese or something. It was like something really weird where I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? How do you go from UFC fucking blood and guts as real as it gets to fucking Barney and the fucking playpen? So that didn't really make sense to me, but if that's what the guy wanted to do, that's what he wanted to do. So I'm gonna just say that. Now, as far as this article here, he's just saying, what the fuck am I gonna do? He said, everybody's acting like I'm just gonna disappear with all my money. He said, you guys have to keep in mind, I've had money for a long time. I've been rich. This was not like hitting the lottery. This was not like that. I've already had a lot of money. So, he said the worst thing about this entire situation was leaving the Fertitta brothers. We built this thing from the bottom up, blah, 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 blah. We already heard all that 1,000 times. He said, I'm really pumped about what we have planned for next year. He said, we have big plans for Mexico, China, and the UK. That's what we're working on. We're not going to announce anything right now, but we will be making huge announcements next year. So with that being said, me personally, I still do think that Dana's gonna he's gonna be out at that 5-year mark. I think this is a huge company that purchased the UFC. They're gonna want to do things 100% their way. Dana White, I'm not saying they're gonna get in the way of anything that they want to do, but at a certain time, man, whoever bought the company, Ari Emanuel, he's probably gonna make sure he gets all the respect that he deserves for working the machine in the background. Right now, Dana White takes all the positive press, period. It doesn't matter if he had anything to do with it or not. Dana White's name is always going to be attached to any article, anytime. Anytime you think of UFC, you think of Dana White, which is fine. But nobody is bigger than the brand. Those 3-letter UFC have been purchased by WME-IMG. So with that being said, I think eventually somebody that owns a company, like one of those guys, are going to say, put some respect on my fucking name now. Dana White is retired. He was a hell of a guy. It was good doing business with him, but we understand how to run this thing 100% now, and that's what we're going to step in and do. I don't know what else to say. Man, fuck it. It is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comments.